See what's up, it's your boy King, and I am back with another video. This is not a reaction video, not a skit, not even a review. Something different, It's Tuesday morning. I wonder why I always announce what day it is. We just had the final drafts last night. So, ideally, what I would have liked to do, since it's drafting season, drafting weekend, I would have liked to do a mock draft with someone else, but I don't have anyone else to do the draft with, so I'm alone. So doing a draft alone is just sad. What I would do, I'm gonna rank WWE's superstars. Usually, WWE 2K games come out around this time, and we get like official rankings. I'm not ranking as in like overalls or everything. I've divided them into 4 categories: S, A, B, C. Those 4. I'm only ranking them based on the in-ring ability, what they can do from bell to bell inside the squads circle. And I'm not gonna name every superstar in WWE. So people who have had at least one match this year and are active superstars, whether they're part-time or full-time, it doesn't matter. Active superstars, that's the first criteria, have had like at least one match this year. So by default, Brock Lesnar is not on this list. I must say this now, this might be a bit biased because it's on me. I don't have anyone to go back and forth or to dispute, disagree, debate with. So it's like what I think, and the way I put everyone is according to my deduction, intuition. I'll give reasons here and there why I put someone there, but like when it comes to like list like B and C, I might not even, because there's quite a lot. There might be some which I would actually put in D, but I don't have D, and I'm not gonna look at people below C, those jowers. And there are some which I've never seen dress, people from NXT UK. Most of them won't make it in the list. So without further ado, I'm gonna start with the S ranking. I'm gonna go start from the S all the way to C. That sounds wrong. I'm gonna start from S all the way to C. Still doesn't sound better. Okay, I'll start with the S ranking. Smallest list here, I was being really but the people in the S ranking tick all the boxes for me. All of them. They have great in-ring ability. The storytelling in the ring is awesome. Great moveset, great everything. Like, they bring out the best on their opponents. They have instant classics on a regular basis. They're just that good. The first person on the list, obviously, if you know me, you know that this person made it on the list. But the first official member, first pick on the S rank, Seth freaking Rollins. Yes, Seth Rollins is great in the ring, has an awesome moveset. Probably, I argue that he's the best wrestler in WWE right now. Some might say someone else. Some might say my next pick, which is AJ Styles, is the best in the ring division. AJ Styles is in. He's the best, whether it's in the tag team division, main card division, main event, whatever matches in. He makes wrestling relevant. He makes wrestling fun to watch. I enjoy watching AJ Styles. Next person is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is hella athletic, great at what he does, awesome finisher, awesome moveset, puts in classics on a daily basis. When they say fight, Owens fights, they don't mean that lightly. That's what he does. He lives and breathes wrestling. The guy brings the best out of anyone, brings the best out of himself, whatever situation he is in. He doesn't drop the ball. I actually thought of adding Sami Zayn also in this list, but I retracted that idea. The matches between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens was epic. Next person on the list is Finn Balor. Do I need to say more? Like, the guy can give him anything, he can take it. Give him any opponent and he can take it. He bring great matches on a consistent basis. That guy elevated NXT, and in the short period of time they returned to NXT, everyone who faced Finn Balor had classics. Whether it was Adam Cole, Riddle, while Riddle was still called Matt Riddle, Johnny Gargano, Kyle O'Reilly, Karrion Kross, Pete Dunne. On the main roster, my favorite match of all time is AJ Styles versus Finn Balor at TLC 2017. Great match, awesome match, beautiful match, awesome movesets. He's hell fast, agile, and has a bit of strength to him. Great finisher, perfect, convincing finisher. Let's introduce some ladies. Best female wrestler of all times. That's not even debatable. I'm not talking if, buts, or maybes here. Charlotte Flair is the best female wrestler of all time. I'm sure, 100% sure, that she can become convincing world champion. Not just woman champion, world champion. If there's one woman I can say can take on any male superstar, it's Charlotte Flair. Maybe Becky and Nia Jax. I can see Charlotte Flair beating Seth Rollins. She has transcended women's wrestling. She has redefined women's wrestling. Her in-ring ability is second to none in the ring. Power, speed, agility. She has the full package. Sasha Banks, probably the most athletic woman superstar. Sasha Banks makes it on the S ranking. And we have Bianca Belair. If I can say there's someone who can make a run for money for Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks with in-ring ability, the closest one is Bianca Belair. It's deceptively powerful. You wouldn't think that Bianca Belair can pick up someone and just throw her. You expect that from someone like Nia Jax, maybe even Charlotte Flair or Rhea Ripley. And then she's agile, fast. Last person on the S ranking list is Asuka. There's no way I was not gonna put Asuka. This is the best submission specialist is she the best submission specialist? She is up there. Awesome striker. I mean, she plays around a little, but once that bell rings, nobody is ready for Asuka. So that's my S ranking. Moving on to A. So first off, Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns, I actually thought of putting him in the S ranking, but he's missing something, and that's the agility part of things. He says he's at his best shape, best ability of all time, and I want to believe him, but I haven't seen one. He says he can do top rope stuff, but I haven't seen him. I've seen him do suicide dive, clears the top rope completely. I still need to see more out of him. He has great matches, convincing wrestler, great finisher, the guillotine. That guy posture has dialed up to 100, but still missing the agility part. I'm not convinced with his agility. So I'm keeping him on the A ranking. We also have Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, I love Becky Lynch. She's awesome. She's great. But I'm gonna keep her on B. She's great in the ring. She tells a great story, but like she's lacking in some areas. She isn't as graceful as Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair. She's not as impactful as Asuka, Bayley. I was tempted to put her on S ranking. Keith, Bay, Cat, Lee, power, agility, speed. That guy is huge. And I also add Ivar to it. Like those two impress me every time they're in the ring. Every single time. I also have Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston's just great at what he does, belt to belt. Then Shayna Baszler, probably the best in submission, one of the most impactful wrestlers. She lacks in some areas like agility, speed. She can beat people up convincingly. Then we have Riddle, one of the best strikers on the roster right now. Also have Rhea Ripley, power that Hunt had. She takes no prisoners. She just goes in there, does what she's good at. She knows what to do it, how to do it, and she has perfected it to the T. Those are specialists. I call them specialists. People like Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, maybe Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston has specialized and is great at what he does. Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is also on the list. And we also have Rey Mysterio. And this guy is probably safest person to work with, safest person in the ring, has the cleanest moveset, has the best finisher, my favorite finisher of all time, Happy Corbin. That guy in the ring is just great. People don't like him maybe. Y'all can't deny how great he is in the ring. It's just lacking a bit of agility. If he had that agility side of him, he would have made it to the Astro. Also have Kyle O'Reilly, the first person from NXT to make it on the list. Johnny Gargano right after. Edge, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre obviously is gonna be on the 8. Cesaro, pound for pound, the strongest man in the ring. I saw a couple of old clips of his matches. The fact that he hasn't been world champion yet is a crime. Bobby Lashley, Tommaso Ciampa, Biggie, Ilja Dragunov. Oh man, I love that guy. He's great in the ring. Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae is quite impressive in the ring. You can see that she's been doing this for years and years and years. Ember Moon. Ember Moon is just really, really awesome. Power, speed, agility. It's just she needs to be consistent in her matches. Kushida, Mustafa Ali. I had to put on him. Mustafa Ali could be a potential world champion one day. It's great in the ring, being impressed with speed, agility, maybe lacking in power. Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe. So moving on to B, starting off with the king of strong style, King Nakamura. Why I didn't add him on the A ranking is because he's great in the ring, but not that great. Not like wow. Doesn't pull off like amazing stunts. Nah, he's good at what he does. Then we have Damian Priest and Jey Uso. Could have made it to C, but I'm putting him on B. Jimmy Uso and the last member of the New Day, Xavier Woods. If you really need a more convincing reason why I put him so high up at B, is because just watch his match against Bobby Lashley. He's having a cell match against Bobby Lashley.
Oh! Lashley's hurt! Oh! Maybe not.
Forgot to mention this, with the B ranking, it's quite a long list, and they're like, it's quite stark levels, like difference. Like you get your King Nakamura here, but then you also have your Lindsay Dorado on this list. Like there's quite a huge difference within B, and you get that there's not such a huge difference between the first of C and the last of B's. Next person, Nikki ASH. She's actually great in the ring. Raquel Gonzalez, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Roderick Strong, Wesley Nash Carter, Io Shirai, Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark actually impressed me. when I first saw her, I just didn't really care that much about her. But I've seen her matches. She's really, really good. She's great at what she does. She's good in the ring. She knows how to do, what to do, and to do, where to do it to, how to do it to, and just like that, pause. Randy Orton. Okay, so Randy Orton, meaning to be so Randy Orton is great. He's great what he does, but like he has his days. He has his days like that. RKO to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania did one great finisher, but like it's kind of slow. I know that's the type of matches he has, but like doesn't have that it factor in his matches, that X factor in his moveset and everything. Like, yeah, very limited moveset also. Yeah. Angel Garza, Montez Ford from the hip. And the fact that I put Angel Garza and Montez Ford right after each other was purely coincidental. Angela Dawkins, Apollo Crews, Austin Theory, Carmella, Liv Morgan. I hope Liv Morgan challenges Charlotte Flair for the title soon. Jeff Hardy. As much as I love Jeff Hardy, I'ma keep him on the B rankings. Chad Gable, Otis, Dakota Kai, Dexter Lumis, Drew Gulak, Dolph Ziggler, Eric, Frankie Monet, Grand Metalik, Humberto Carrillo, Escobar, John Cena, John Morrison. John Cena is gonna stay on the very limited moveset. John Morrison, Caden Carter, Kaylee Ray, LA Knight, Lacey Evans, Lindsay Dorado, Mandy Rhodes. I'm really expecting quite a lot out of Mandy Rhodes in NXT. Marcel Bartel, Meiko Satomura, Naomi, Carmelo Hayes, Oni Lorcan, Odyssey Jones, Pete Dunne, Ricochet, Robert Roode, Xia Li got drafted. Oh, I'm so high. Some girl got drafted. Shelton Benjamin, Sheamus. I honestly thought of putting Sheamus on the A ranking, but yeah, I'm keeping on B. T-Bar. T-Bar is great. His matches with Keith Lee in NXT are awesome. Timothy Thatcher, Tony Storm, Ashante Adonis, and Goldberg. Yeah, that guy fought just way too many times, so I'm gonna keep him on B. Next off, we have on C. First person, Tyler the Master Bate. If anyone got that reference, you're a true patriot. Boa, Cameron Grimes, Akira Tozawa, R-Truth, Alexa Bliss. As much as I love Alexa Bliss, she has a great character, great everything. She has a very limited moveset. Commander Aziz, Danny Burch, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is great and he's learned fast, but still has a lot to prove in the ring. Very much a lot. Doudrop, Elias, Electra Lopez, B-Fab, Fabian Ike. Forget that. Eva Marie, Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell is quite impressive for the fact that she, at her age, and they think she's taught, and the great she's learning. She had her first Extreme Rules match, first ever stipulated match this year, first ever, never had one before in her entire career, and she's very impressive. She's very impressive. Jackson Riker, Jinder Mahal, Karen Cross, very overrated, keeping him on scene. Casey Catanzaro, Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega actually is quite nice. She has a really great moveset. Just I have one pet peeve, that she's very slow. She is very slow in the ring. Therefore, her moves aren't as convincing. They aren't as clean. Like she takes her time. I don't blame her. She's quite short. Something that's supposed to take 2 steps may take 5 steps for her. Mace Mansoor still has a lot to prove to me. MVP, Natalia, Nia Jax, Rich Holland, Saray, The Miz, very limited movesets, predictable in the ring. Tegan Knox, Tamina, Titus O'Neil, Top Dollar, Who Hotter, not nada. And that's my ranking. Maybe y'all disagree, but like I said, it's gonna be biased since I'm the only one ranking. Tell me which ones you agree with, which one you don't disagree with. Let me know in the description below. We're gonna do some stuff, but to do our draft later on today. So, a lot of content coming up in the next couple of weeks. Make sure that's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. See you in the next video.
Your girl lost Gypsy strip. Look at my face, it's drip. Dumb me a lot of cash, ain't miss. Squads in the gang like gang, yo. Crack a lot of eggs like mayo. I don't take a lot of coochie, I said so. Many wanna say, I just wanna get the bread though.